What's the procedure when you've just found out that someone that you've been friends with for almost a year is just a very low down, trifling person? Not only that, the person that she got fired from the job, you're at her house, you're thinking it's going to be a chill little, Netflix and chill type of night. But I feel like she's forcing herself on me. She wants to do things that I don't want to do. All of a sudden, mind you, we've only been knowing each other for 1 week. The new girl, I've been knowing her for 1 week. My friend, I've been friends with her for almost a year. Are you following me? So in the midst of me trying to take it slow, in the midst of me trying to let her know, like, look, I really like you. I really see something with us. So I don't want to ruin it with just fast, quick, easy, doing a grown-up. I want to slow down. Tonight is not going to be one of those nights that you're thinking. Mind y'all, she came ready. Lingerie, she had the mood set, candles lit, even cooked me a nice 5-star meal. I still was not on that type of time. In the midst of me trying to explain that to her, it's a knock on the door. So instantly, I'm thinking that it's someone that she used to talk to, maybe even someone she's dealing with. Mind you, we've only been knowing each other for a week. So we haven't really got into the whole, am I the only person you're talking to type of thing. So I'm just like, oh, the door's for you. Get up, go get it. Kip. Just to hear on the other end of the door, my best friend, the girl I've known for almost a year, the girl that just recently got this girl fired from her job, now shows up at her house. Uninvited. Unannounced, unprovoked. What's the procedure? Would anyone like to raise their hand and let me know what the procedure is? Please speak now or forever hold your peace. Never mind. Story time. We back at it again with another story time. We back at it again with another story time. We back at it again with another story time. Yeah. No words. I literally have no words. So I hope y'all got the words for me, because the moment I realized that it was Cammy on the other side of the door, and you know what? I have some type of audacity, because I was ready to go off on Jalen. I was ready to be like, look, don't you ever put me in that predicament or situation to where somebody coming to your house, banging on your door while I'm here, having me feel like I got to defend myself because I don't know what's on the other side of the door. And the whole time, it was Cammy. Somebody that knows me. Somebody that's here because of me. Y'all, I did not know how to feel. I'm not going to lie. I was embarrassed instantly. I didn't have no time to think. I didn't have no time to waste. As soon as Cammy said, it's Cammy, open the door, Starion, Jayla immediately threw her in the ponytail. She got her robe tied tight, was putting on her tennis shoes, headed towards the door. I don't think y'all realize at this point, it's still trying to register. It has not made sense to me how Cammy is on the other side of the door. It's like, okay, I forgot to turn my location off, but I would have never thought she would have showed up at this girl house. Also, the fact that Jalen wasted no time, and it's just like, okay, I understand this girl just got you fired from your job. Maybe y'all had a couple of little words, a couple of nasty looks towards each other. But at this point, it's just like, wait a minute, let me see what I can do to calm the situation down. I'm all about de-escalation, y'all. So I jump up and I instantly run to the door first. I don't have no shoes on. I still got all my clothes on. Mind you, I'm not like Jalen. I wasn't trying to take my clothes off at that moment. So I'm at the door just trying to talk to Cammy like, Cammy, please go home. What are you doing here? Why would you show up at this girl house? This not like you at all. Come on, like, talk to me. What are you doing? She's like, I'm going to talk to you. Just open the door. If you think I'm about to open this door, knowing what type of time you on, knowing what type of time Jalen on, I'm just not. It's just not going to happen. She like, nah, open the door. Don't try to save her, Starion. What you trying to save her for? I'm your best friend. You don't even know who she is for real. And you do? Because mind you, this whole time, I've been asking you, why don't you like her? What's going on with y'all? What's the problem? What's the real issue? Now, all of a sudden, do you remember who she is? Mind y'all, I'm trying to stop Cammy from coming in the door. At the same time, I'm trying to stop Jalen from coming out the door. I'm in the middle. Jalen is like trying to unlock the door, wiggle the knob to open it. Meanwhile, Cammy is just trying to push right through the door. And I'm just in a very uncomfortable position at this time. Jayla behind me and she talking her big money noise. I'm talking about she really popping and she like, yeah, that's right. Why would you show up at my house? I would never do that. You want weird type of time and you have no reason to like me. Leave us alone. This not your girlfriend. I'll take her just like I took your man. Oh, her man? Hold on. So you know her? Y'all, all of a sudden, the beating on the other side of the door from Cammy stopped. Jalen stopped. I stopped. It was so quiet in there you could hear a feather hit the ground. What you mean by that? Take her man? So y'all know each other. So this some back way before me type beef type thing. So Wait, you gotta explain to me what's going on here. Jalen looking at me with this super shocked, surprised look on her face. So I even yelled to Cammy, like, Cammy, what is she talking about? Take your man. What man is she talking about? So y'all really know each other? What y'all got going on? Why ain't nobody talking? Just 5 seconds ago, y'all was yelling and screaming at each other, trying to get y'all hands on each other. Now it's so quiet, like cat got y'all tongue, huh? Jalen like, yeah. So a couple of years ago, I guess she was talking to this guy. The guy came trying to talk to me. He said he didn't have a girlfriend, whatever. So I believed him. I ended up talking to him. Cammy ended up showing up on one of our days. She was trying to fight me and stuff like that. But she kept saying, oh, you can have him. I don't want him. It is what it is. That's his loss, whatever like that. Now, you know sometimes when girls talk like that, that don't mean they done. They just be hurt at that moment. Jalen's like, but wait, that's not all. So, I'm thinking like, okay, she can have him. He wasn't even really my type of dude. He was just, buying me things. He was showing me a good time. So I left him alone. Jalen moved on trying to talk to somebody else. And she said that Cammy came after her boyfriend. Only difference is Jalen's boyfriend didn't bite the bait. He told Jalen, like, look, it's this girl named Cammy. She's very persistent trying to talk to me or whatever like that. So then Jalen reached out to Cammy and was like, what you own? My man already told you he's with me. He's not trying to talk to you. Like, so apparently it's just this tit for tat type thing. Like, okay, I'm going to get my lip back. And now I just so happen to be in the middle of it. Jalen's still not done. She proceeds to say, so yeah, when I started working at the job, I noticed that Cammy worked there and I was just like, okay, whatever. Like, I'm not going to be bothered by her because I'm here to get my money. But once I seen like how close y'all was and then I seen that you was my trainer, I'm not going to lie. I felt like I had to get my lip back. Oh, so in this case, I was the bait. She like, yeah, Cammy knew exactly who I was the moment she saw me. I knew exactly who she was the moment I saw her. But it's just like, I don't know. We just started playing like this little game, I guess. So maybe I feel like she's trying to protect you from me. Well, I'll be. Ain't that something? And you would think Cammy being my friends, we've been friends for a long time. You seem to tell me everything else. How come you didn't tell me that? And maybe I know a lot of y'all might say, oh, maybe she was embarrassed and she didn't want this and she didn't want that. But I just feel like, dang, the least you could have did was just, you didn't even have to bring it up and tell me about the whole she took your man or whatever case may be. You're just going to say, I know her because of a certain situation. That's it. Jalen begins to explain, trying to justify her actions, saying, eventually she was really feeling me. She was really starting to like me. It wasn't just about her getting her get back at that point. She really wanted to get to know me. She's going on, and I'm putting my shoes on. I'm getting my jacket ready. Like, at this point, I don't want to be here. It's time for me to go. I just don't fool with nothing like that. So at first she was on some, wait, don't go, please don't leave. Give me an opportunity, like, to make this up to you. Like, my feelings are real, this and that. It's not that type of game. I'm like, you know what? I did kind of question, like, why all of a sudden you wanted to kick it with me? I come over and it's rose petals everywhere. You dressing all nice, lingerie, stuff like that. But it never occurred to me that you was using me to get back at Cammy for some stuff that happened years ago. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, chat. Like I told Jalen, if you and Cammy still had differences, if y'all really felt like it was still beef, y'all could have handled that any other way. You didn't have to insert me into it. And now I'm just feeling all awkward and stuff. My best friend outside the door. And yeah, Cammy could have moved different too. She could have told me straight up and down. But it's just like, I don't know. I just really felt like in that moment, Jalen was weird. Who y'all think was weirder, Jalen or Cammy? Let me know. So I'm about to walk out the door and Jalen's getting even more upset. And she's like, what? I got fired for you. No, you didn't get fired for me. You got fired because you and Cammy want to play these little childish games about some stuff that happened in the past. Don't put that on me. I was very apologetic. I was even trying to let you get your job back. Talk to the manager, telling him, let him know, look, this is a mistake. Give her another chance. She's a great worker. You didn't get fired because of me. Don't ever say that. Cool. So I'm walking outside and I'm looking for Cammy, y'all. Cammy is nowhere in sight. Ever since Jalen told her, look, I'll take her like I took your man, she got quiet. I'm guessing she walked out. I'm looking for her location, y'all. She has turned her location off. And I'm just like, that's weird. But for whatever reason, I felt really bad for Cammy. And I don't know why. Yes, she was wrong showing up at Jalen's house. Yes, she was wrong getting her fired from her job. But it's like, dang, I felt like my friend was trying to save me low-key. I'm calling Cammy, no answer. I'm texting Cammy, no answer. And I finally tell her, look, whenever you're ready to talk, I'll be ready to talk. I'm not mad at you. Jalen told me everything. I wish I would have heard it from you, but that's okay. Just let me know. I'm worried about you. What's going on? Cammy finally texts me back and says, look, I'm embarrassed. I didn't know how to tell you that. I didn't want you to be in the middle of it. I kept trying to get you off this girl. I kept trying to get her away from you because I knew that she was going to use you to get back at me. I just didn't. No, I don't know. I just sound like a loser. So I asked Cammy, look, meet me at my crib. We don't even got to talk about this. I just really want to see, what going forward, this friendship, we can actually put this behind us. You don't got to worry about me talking to Jalen anymore. She's fired from the job. I really don't have anything to say to her. Cute. Cammy came over and it was extremely awkward at first. And I told her, look, I know I said I didn't want to talk about it. I know I said we weren't going to bring it up, but I just got to know why you just didn't say anything. Why you didn't tell me? I was constantly asking you over and over again, like, what is it with you and Jalen? And you're just like, I don't know, I just don't like her. Why you just didn't say it straight up? We supposed to be friends. We tell each other everything. Why you let this miss me? Cammy said she really wanted to tell me at first, she was trying to figure out ways to say it because for whatever reason she was embarrassed. And then when she saw that I was actually falling for Jalen, that I was actually at her house and stuff like that, she didn't really have any time to waste. She just acted off of anger. So that's why she just popped up like that. I did let her know, like, I felt like it was extremely extreme for you to get her fired from her job. I felt like you did go too far. Y'all could have just been hashed that out, maybe talked about it. Both of y'all could have just, I don't know. I just feel like something that happened years ago over a guy that neither one of y'all talking to now. I don't know why so much smoke in the city about that same situation. But I will tell y'all one thing. Cammy is one of those type of people where it's like you can't do something to her and feel like you got away with it. She has to get you back. She will not be able to let it go. It could be 10, 20 years from now. Cammy is always going to be like, you know what? Tag, you're it. I got my lick back. This is the type of person she is. She's like, I just didn't want to see you get hurt. It's kind of like I knew she was using you to get to me because she knew like that would get under my skin and stuff like that. So instead of you just saying that, Cammy, you just decided to, I don't know, act crazy and just start behaving and doing stuff that's not really like you. I don't really fool with that. I kind of get it, but it's like you still could have went a whole total different way about it, just in my opinion. She's like, okay, I'm apologizing to you, but I'm not going to apologize to her. I feel like she's getting what she deserves. Like, never try to use my friend to get at me. I just wanted to make sure, stuff like that. So I'm glad. Let's just move forward. So Cammy's like, look, I just want to DoorDash some food. I'll go in there and make us some drinks. If you could just help me take my hair down like we always do, we can just, move forward from this. Jalen is no longer a factor. She's irrelevant. We don't have to bring her up no more. It is what it is. I'm done trying to get back at her, like, whatever. So, okay, cool. Cammy orders the food and stuff. I started to take her hair down. We just kind of laughing about certain situations. I'm just telling her, like, look, I don't want to be friends with somebody that's afraid to tell me things, especially when it's concerning me. Like, that situation could have went, like, way worse. Just say if I did just fall hard for Jalen and stuff like that. And here you are not knowing that she's using, or knowing that she's using me, but, like, just not speaking up about it. So we talking, laughing, drinking. It's getting late. And she's like, you know what? I'm too tipsy to drive. I'm just going to spend the night over here. And, she always spends the night at my house sometimes. I always spend the night at her house. That's not out of the norm. I'm like, okay, cool. I get her the blankets and stuff to get on the couch. I get in my bed. Cute. Now, mind y'all, I'm going to get in the bed. Per usual, Cammy is on the couch. Per usual, she's tipsy. I'm kind of filling my drinks or whatever. I'm kind of laying down, scrolling on my phone. I end up falling asleep. Per usual. It was somewhere around 2 to 3 o'clock that morning, and I just feel like the covers lift up. And I'm just kind of like, well, that's odd, mind you, because I'm in my bed by myself. I don't believe in ghosts or anything like that. So it's just kind of like, what is that? Y'all, I turn my head and Cammy is crawling in my bed. Not only that, but she doesn't have any clothes on. Now, something like that has never happened before. Instantly, I'm thinking like, you know what? I'm dreaming. I'm just tripping. There ain't no way. Like, I don't know what's going on, but obviously I drank too much of something. So, yeah, like, this can't be happening right now. I'm in such a shock, I don't even know what to say. I'm not saying anything at all. Cammy is pulling the covers up, snuggled up right to me and putting her arms around me. And I'm just like, hold on. At this point, I finally wake all the way up. I'm all the way up at this point. I'm just like, Cammy, like, what are you doing? She's like, what do you mean? What am I doing? What are you doing? Kind of like, I don't know what you're doing. So I'm kind of asking you just so you can clarify what you're doing. One of those. She's like, I'm just having fun. Don't worry about it. Now, I know fun. I'm a very fun person. I like to play games. I like to travel. I like to laugh. I like to tell jokes. I'm very fun, but I ain't never had no type of fun like this, especially coming from somebody that's supposed to be my best friend. Again, what are you doing? Now, mind y'all, when me and Cammy was talking about what's going, because she's like, what were you doing over at Jalen's house anyway? I was telling her, like, you know what? At first, it was going good. She was cooking for me or whatever. She was even rubbing my feet. But all of a sudden, it's just like she just wanted to do the grown-up. She had on lingerie and stuff like that. And I told her, like, I'm not going to lie. I really did want it to. I really wanted to really bad. I was attracted to Jalen. You know what I'm saying? I felt like I was feeling everything she was feeling, but I wanted to take it slow, right? She was just kind of like, well, I'm so glad that you didn't. Like, ew, like, ain't no telling what's going on with that girl. Like, I wouldn't trust her, this and that. Cool. We talked about it. We laughed about it. And we just kept, going on with our night, going on with the conversation. I was taking her braids down. We talking, drinking, laughing. Right. So, mind you, she has her arms around me. I'm just trying to pry her arms because it's like she's holding me tight. She's like, well, you was about to do the same thing with Jalen. What's the difference? You said that you wanted to. You've been, like, needing it. You've been wanting it. Like, who better to give it to you but me? And it's like, actually, I can think of other people to give it to me. Cammy, we're supposed to be best friends. We never looked at each other like that. We never talked to each other like that. I've never seen this girl naked before in my life. What is going on? Mind you, it's been times where I would ask Cammy, like, you know, because she would always ask me, like, you know, what makes you want to date a girl? What do you see in women? Stuff like that. So I would ask her, like, you know, you've never even kissed a girl? She's like, no, like, not even on no friendly, drunk type of thing. She was like, I'm not against it. Like, you know, I'm for love if that's what you want to do, whatever like that. But I've just never looked at a woman like that. You say all of that just to end up in my bed with no clothes on. You were bear hugging me at this point, telling me that, you know, you feel like I need it, I miss it, and that you were going to be the one to give it to me. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but that don't sound like somebody that's never been into women before. I don't know, chat. Am I tripping? Maybe some of y'all have had that type of experience where it's like all of a sudden you want to be with a woman, you want to do things with a woman. But I'm just saying, in my personal experience, it usually just don't happen like that. I feel like you just don't wake up and decide, like, you know what I'm going to do today? I'm going to come on to my best friend. You know, if she's a girl, I'm going to see what that be like. Y'all, me and Cammy literally in the bed tussling. Like, I'm trying to get her off of me. Of course, she's a little bit bigger than me. You know, I feel like her drunkenness got her some strength that she normally don't have before. So I'm literally just trying to shove her off. Like, Cammy, like, is you cool? Watch out. She's like, I don't see the problem. Like, you about to do something with Jalen. You don't even know her. We've been knowing each other for almost a year. No, I wasn't about to do anything with Jalen. I told you that I told Jalen, like, look, I'm more interested in getting to know you versus getting to know your body. All of that can wait. I feel like if you're the right person, you know what I'm saying? I want it to naturally happen. I don't want nothing to feel forced. And why you keep bringing Jalen up? You said that she's irrelevant. Won't have to worry about her no more. What's tea? At this point, we done fell on the floor. Like, I'm literally just trying to kick her off of me because I'm just like, bro, Cammy, you're tripping. She's like, well, what about Jalen? What about her? I don't care about Jalen. I'm here with you right now as a friend. And I'm telling you that you're tripping. This is not what I want from you either. I told Cammy, like, look, I know you drunk. You probably can't drive. I'm going to call you an Uber. Or I'm going to call somebody that I know or that you know that come get you because you can't stay here. Or better yet, I'll leave. She's like, no, why would you leave? It's your house. Why are you treating me like this? You're making me feel bad. And you should. You my friend, but you're coming on to me. And then you're trying to use the excuse of, oh, you would have got it from Jalen. Jalen is just a girl that I was liking on. It's okay from Jalen. But from you, I felt disrespected, not gonna lie. She's like, oh, but we're just friends. We don't even have to take it serious. We could just, you know, do a little something and we don't even have to count that. It's just, you know, for fun. Nah, I don't do that type of stuff for fun, chat. No offense to y'all in my comments that probably do it to y'all watching. If y'all do that for fun, then that's true. Make sure you do it for fun and make sure you do it for safety. But I'm saying, like, as far as me, I don't do that. Y'all, Cammy was not trying to leave. I'm like, you know what? I grabbed her keys. I'm like, come on, let's take her out with me. We're going to take your car. She's like, oh my God, where are we going? I'm like, you just telling her we're going to go wherever you want to go. Y'all, I drove Cammy's car to her house. Got out at her house. She was still trying to fight me on the like, come in, just come in, let me talk to you. I'm not coming nowhere with you. You just made me feel so uncomfortable. You're drunk out of your mind. You probably gonna blame it on you being drunk, but I just feel like what they say, a drunk mind is sober thoughts. We not doing that. Yo, I called an Uber to pick me up from Cammy's house, and when that Uber driver got there, I jumped in the backseat and just told him to drive. Just drive off. Cammy is running behind the car, literally. It's just like, I have nothing else to say to you. Honestly, my feelings was hurt. I'm not gonna lie, because like I said, I looked at Cammy as a real friend. Cammy was around when I was going through my breakup. You know, she was a good person. She's never backdoored me. She's never did anything to me. But it's like Jalen had her acting all types of weird. I cut her off. Nothing to say to you. Nothing. I don't want to talk about nothing. There is no type of closure. You don't got to explain yourself. I just felt like that was wrong. And to a certain extent, that was disrespectful towards me. Of course, once Cammy sobered up, she's hitting my phone like, oh my God, I kind of remember bits and pieces of what happened last night. I'm sorry if I came off aggressive, this and that. Y'all, it wasn't no more talking. Cammy, you're done. You're cooked. And it's like in that moment, Cammy may have exposed Jalen, but she also exposed herself for who she really was. And honestly, me, I don't want to have no dealings with those type of people. It was a long process because Cammy kept trying day in and day out. She was study texting me, calling me from fake numbers, text app numbers, trying to hit me on fake profiles on social media. But I'm just like, nah, you are not to be trusted. Felt like her and Jalen belonged in the same boat, and that was that. I still don't know if that's just something that Cammy has been wanting to do, or just that one night. I don't know if maybe she felt like she was gonna get the one up on Jalen still. I'm just like, I feel like you still beefing with her, and that's just kind of weird for you to say, forget her, she's irrelevant. Like, you trying to do something with me, did you think that was gonna get back at Jalen? I don't know, chat, but that's another story. So what do y'all think? What are y'all thoughts? What are y'all opinions? What are y'all views? I'm anxious to know. The next type of content I got for y'all is going to be, I don't know if I want to mix up the Q&A with the cookie crumble, or should I do two separate videos? Y'all let me know, because I feel like I could do a Q&A. I can answer y'all questions at the same time, still give y'all a crumble cookie review. But if y'all want it separate, we'll do it separate. Just take a little vote in the chat. Y'all let me know what type of time y'all on. And until then, we'll meet again for the next Say It With Me story 2.